Hey everyone, welcome back. And if it's your first time here, just plain welcome. I wasn't going to make this video. I had no intention to make this video. Um, I made a community post about the whole thing with AngryCops and the unsubscribe group. Much bigger platform than me. I can offer nothing on YouTube. I have been covering it for Town Hall. Been talking with Rich High, aka AngryCops, for pretty much since Monday. I had been at the NRA annual meeting, came home, wiped out, got up Monday morning, planning to take the day off to kind of recover, and I went and watched Unsubscribe. Big fan. Love their stuff. Wasn't happy. Not because these guys are doing anything they shouldn't do. I'm not happy about the situation. The idea that Buffalo Public Schools are covering up sexual assaults is something that disturbs me on a very deep level. And I got to talk about it. I got to talk about it because I haven't really had a great place to do it. And I'm going to talk about it a lot, about why this matters. Earlier today, I posted something on X, and I shared it with Rich, and he retweeted it. Any money I make from covering this story is going to go to the same charity Unsubscribe is donating their proceeds, although ad revenue from. I don't want to make a profit off of it. It doesn't feel right. I'm not monetized here, so it's not relevant here. But I'm going to talk about why this matters so much. I am a survivor of child sexual assault. One of my closest friends' dads tried something. I said no, he stopped, and I went through my life not thinking anything of it. In fact, after it happened, I was like, how do I tell my friend that his dad's gay? That's what went on in my head, right? This is what people like this kind of prey on, is that you won't realize even what's happening to you. And for a long time, I didn't. It didn't process that I had been sexually assaulted. You know, want to know why a lot of times kids don't make allegations until much, much later? Because half the time they don't realize it for a long time. That was me. So, I'm not as bad off as a lot of people. I've had a lot of people who loved me, a lot of people cared for me. And I don't have a lot of the problems that people who are victims have. Thank God. Pure dumb luck. I got lucky. And I'm not going to pretend anything else. I got lucky. A lot of these kids who are getting hurt in schools are not that going to be that lucky. Because if my response to it was the norm, it wouldn't be lucky. It would be just how it is. The guys are over there at Unsubscribe. We're talking that they're getting reports of this all over the country. I have heard of this happening next county over. I would not be surprised to find out it's happening here in this county. God knows my local school system has enough other problems. I don't doubt it. To me, this is a crusade. This is personal because of my background. And also because all over the place, because of my work with Bearing Arms, I read a lot of op-eds where they're talking about taking away our guns because we gotta, our kids should be safe in school. And I actually agree with the sentiment. I just don't think this is the answer. For me, it's a matter of disagreement on how to achieve something, not what the goal is. But if our kids can't be protected by the administration of our school systems, if they are refusing to work with law enforcement to get these kids help, and even when it's student on student sexual assault, the kid who commits the assault, while also wrong, is often a victim themselves previously. This doesn't come out of nowhere. And they should be punished so they understand that there are ramifications for what they did. But they should also get treatment so that they understand that what was done to them in many cases is not acceptable. It is not the norm. You've got to get past that. You've got to get these kids the help they need. And that's not happening when you fucking sit on the information and don't give it to the police. Right? Rich talks about an administrator who conducted their own investigation. They're not qualified. They don't know how to do this kind of thing. This is not their wheelhouse. This is not their job. Right? That's why we have a police force. I can't just go, I'm conducting my own investigation and I determined that nothing happened, so go fuck yourselves, law enforcement. No, that's not how this shit works. It doesn't. For the love of God, it doesn't. This was a case of a 12-year-old girl who was reportedly raped, and it vanished into a memory hole for a year until someone brought it to the police. And then this administrator is stonewalling the district attorney's office, saying, oh, there's nothing here, you don't need to investigate. For the love of God, let them do their fucking jobs. Get out of their way. When I talked to Rich, I got choked up. When I watched the episode earlier today, I got choked up too. But I told Rich I needed a minute. I felt really unprofessional. And the AngryCops sat there on the phone and went, just talk to me. Just have a conversation with me. The most soothing voice in the world that a goddamn drill sergeant and policeman could possibly have ever mustered, and settle me down. The fact that this man has not burned down the school board office, has not burned down the administrative center for the school system, the fact that he hasn't set it ablaze weeks ago is a testimony to the man's restraint. Okay? I do not know that I could have been that restrained. The only thing that would have kept me out there is I consider I think I'm too pretty for jail. Don't want to go to prison. That's it. Because I don't know that this is... All right, I don't want this yanked from YouTube. What I'm going to say is that I'm going to have Rich High's back 110%. Right? All I want is the truth. And for every person responsible for even potentially shielding a predator in Buffalo schools brought to justice. And then I want to do it in every other fucking county in the country. I'm seeing a lot about human trafficking and child exploitation and things of that sort coming across my feeds. It's happening. It's happening a lot. And people dismiss it. When the Sound of Freedom came out, people started referring to, QAnon. They started going, oh yeah, this is the movie for QAnon. This shit is actually happening. This isn't some conspiracy theory. Our most vulnerable people are the victims of predators. And all that it takes for evil to prosper is for good men to do nothing. I don't know. There's a chance I'm autistic. Just putting that out there because autistic people have an overdeveloped sense of justice. And honestly, I have one. There's right, there's wrong, and I get gray areas. I do comprehend they exist. But there's just, most of the time, it's not that gray. And people are going after Rich High. They're going after the unsubscribed crew. They're making things like, well, this goes on all over the place. Yeah, and if that doesn't fucking horrify you, you are a terrible human being. You are awful. What I think you should do to treat that as something that would get this video yanked from YouTube. Just putting that out there. You know. You fucking know. So I'm going to have his back. 110%. This platform may not be where I'm going to do it because look at my subscriber count. Look at it. But I got to do what I got to do. I got to have his back. Not so much because I've been a subscriber of his for a while and I enjoy his content and I enjoy the Unsubscribe Crew's content. It doesn't hurt, admittedly. But if this had been fucking Destiny or Hassan Piker or, Ethan Klein, people who I don't care for, and they were the ones unveiling this, I like to think I'd have enough integrity to have their back on this issue too. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to ask everyone else out there, whether you're my subscriber or you just stumble on this video or whatever, have his back too. Share the videos. I'm going to ask that you share my news stories. Share my stuff from Town Hall if you come across it. Not because I'm making any money, because I've already said I'm donating all of that. But I want these people taken down. And I want them taken down all over the country until every rat bastard who even thinks this is a viable way to run a school system is too fucking afraid to do it. I don't like the idea that we have to use fear as a motivator, but I'll take whatever I can get at this point. Our kids deserve it. I'm a father of 2. I'm a survivor. I'm a journalist who has a sense of integrity. I will not rest. And that is about all I can say. I'm treading over. I didn't plan this at all. I did not plan this for shit. Probably tell. But, yeah. I got to do what I got to do. And I hope you'll join me on that. I'm not going to tell you to like, subscribe, anything like that. I don't even give a shit. Actually, no, I do. Like it. Dislike it. I don't fucking care. Leave angry comments. Call me a bald-headed piece of shit. I don't care. Get the engagement up so that more people can see what's going on. People who might not normally follow Rich or Brandon or Cody or Eli or Nick. You want to call me anything in the world? I don't fucking care. Rather you didn't, but if that's what it takes, do it. Let's get the word out to as many places as possible. Please. These kids deserve so much more from the adults around them than they're getting. So on that note, I'm going to wrap it up, and I'll talk to y'all in the next video.